the need for them to create a song in 78 minutes that will save all life on Earth in the entire universe. The pair work with their families, old friends, famous musicians, and each other to complete the task. So I think it's sort of like they've known their whole lives that they're supposed to be this big deal, but it never happened. And now they're middle-aged and they're like, oh shit, we haven't done it, So it's kind of like how real guys are when they get hit middle age and they're like, I didn't do all those things I dreamed of. The trailer I thought it definitely pushes my nostalgia buttons, but I also feel like those movies, for me anyway, don't really hold up all that well, and it's pure nostalgia is why I like them so much. So I'm a little bit like, am I going to like this movie, or am I just going to think it's goofy and they're too old to be playing these parts now? I'm not sure, but I'm still totally looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it would be just a really fun experience, even if it's not great. It's like you said, just the nostalgia purpose is going to be fun, I think, for that.
Yeah. I mean, it could also go where I'm just like wincing through the whole thing. I hope not.
Like Zoolander 2?
I don't even know if I saw that.
Oh, don't.
Okay. I love the first one.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Bill and Ted's, the first movie probably since it came out many moons ago at such a young age, which I can't even remember how old that I was, but I remember watching it, probably like 13 or 14 or something, and immediately falling in love with Keanu Reeves. And that's never changed. Like, that still holds up. But I mean, sometimes, and I go back and forth on these things, sometimes things like that are just left best in the past and you keep that nostalgic feeling. And then when they come out with something like this, and it totally ruins it for you. But I've also been pleasantly surprised, especially like by Cobra Kai. I was ready to hate that and I ended up loving it. So I'm open.
Yeah, but totally. I just had that thought right before you said it. The thing with Cobra Kai is they got these newer comedy writers in to give it a interesting twist and a new sensibility while still paying loving homage to the essence of Karate Kid. So they did this really good job of combining, of bringing forward the stuff about it that we liked, but updating it for a modern audience. And with this movie, it looks like they're just like, now let's just make another one.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I'm worried too. I'm with you. I share that worry, but I'm like, well, I might hate it, but I'll watch it probably, and maybe they'll surprise me because it's happened before. But I don't know. If they keep up, and I think I saw some of that in the trailer, that they're still kind of talking the same as they did as teenagers, and I'm like, that's dated. I
know.
I'm a little disappointed in that. I mean, I get that there's still themselves, and I don't expect them to be like completely different characters, but I don't really expect them to be talking
like teenagers.
Yeah. I mean, come on, you're totally middle-aged guys, you have kids.
I mean, I was comparing it. I was talking to I think you guys on the call in, where I used to love to watch The Monkees, which is this old 60s show of this rock band that's sort of in the vein of the Beatles, but they're young, they're in their 20s, and they go around and get into hijinks. And it's basically the origin of the music video. They would have their songs playing and then they would be running around, like running away from girls or getting into trouble or whatever. And it was fun. And then like 20 years later, when they were like in their 50s, maybe it was like 30 years later, they did a reunion show and they did exactly the same type of humor, but it was just really bad because it was old guys running around being goofy.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't think this is going to be like that. I think it's still going to be fun, but we'll see. I try not to get my expectations up too high. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Pake.
All right. And I've got a couple of backup ones. So if I say one that one of you already have, I can switch to something else.
Cool. I got some honorable mentions myself.
Cool. So The Boys. Does anybody have that on their list?
Honorable mentions.
Oh, it's on yours, Rima?
Yes, but go. You take it. Run with it. We'll just talk about it.
Okay, cool. Because I don't have a lot to say about it just because, I mean, they don't give a whole lot away.
Yeah.
They did renew season 3, which is crazy. It's the same thing. Before season 1 came out, they had already said, and we're picked up for season 2.
They were already filming season 2 before season 1 came out.
It's hot. Like, it's on fire.
I love
it. And let's just talk about what it is. It's on Amazon Prime. They've had one season. It's based on a comic book by Garth Ennis. It's these superheroes who they have this gleaming image like the Justice League or something, but they're really all dirt bags, and they have this great PR woman, and then it's about these like guys who try to keep them in line, and those are the boys, right? That pretty much sums it up, I guess.
Yeah, the boys are kind of this group of people who have been wronged by the Seven and by these superheroes in some way, and I don't want to really talk about how, because it kind of spoils storylines in the show. But yeah, it's kind of, they've had enough of it, and they're like, they've put it upon themselves that we've got to take these guys down.
And it's kind of a dark comedy. Like it's really gory at times, but
it's not what you'd expect when, I mean, it's not just a superhero show. I mean, there are superheroes in it, but they're not what you expect. So it kind of, turns around your expectations a little bit. And it is dark, very dark humor, which I love. And it's very well acted and well written, and lots of surprises.
Who's the star? The main
Carl Urban.
Yeah, Carl Urban.
It was
he's Billy the Butcher.
Elizabeth Shue,
what else about it?
She's in it.
Yeah.
Man, it's just because you said like it's that dark comedy, but also like it is. When I try to like recommend it to people, now I will warn you, it is extremely gory and it's extremely violent, and it's very. And from what I understand, I mean, they showed a little clip from season 2, like when, I don't know if it's the first episode or, but they talked about the whole season without giving stuff away, but they were very excited to talk about. I mean, there's new characters coming in, and it's going to be, they're cranking the dial up. It's going to be even crazier. It's going to be even more violent. It's going to be even more wild. And so
I can't wait.
Season 1 was such a fun ride that I am so ready for season 2.
Yes.
Did you watch the little snippet that they did, Rima?
Yes. I these shows, they just really, that was hard to watch.
Pretty wrong.
Yeah, it was so wrong. I mean, it just, damn it. But I love it anyway. They do it in a way that still makes me cringe, but at the same time, I'm like, give me more. So.
I feel like I should say what happened. Is that all right with you guys?
I guess it's okay.
I know what happens. It's fine if you want to. Yeah.
So one of the heroes, quote unquote, is, I don't remember his name, but he's sort of like
he's like an Aquaman.
He's like an Aquaman, but he's a pretty boy and he's a total dickhead. And anyway, the boys, Carl Urban and a couple of the others, I forget who, they're on a boat. So they do what they always do with Aquaman. They have to figure out how to have the story be in the water for part of it. And all of a sudden they see like something under the water, and then this whale comes up, and the Deep is standing on top of it. And he's like acting all badass, and he parks himself on the beach where the boat was going, so the boat can't get to where it was going. And then Carl Urban just hits the gas. What's his character's name again?
Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher.
Billy the Butcher. Yeah, he just hits on the gas, and they're like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And he just slams right through the whale, like literally.
Yeah, very, very bloody, very gory.
Yeah, the Deep just looks, because he has this like super deep connection to all of his sea life creatures that he works with, and so he's just traumatized as this boat's plowing through.
But is he though? Because he didn't. I mean, he's beached the whale. The whale was going to die on the beach. Yeah, how's he gonna?
He's got his ways. I don't know, because without giving it away, in season 1, he's got some pretty fun moments with dolphins and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Season 1, I recommend this if you don't mind dark humor. It's great to see Elizabeth Shue in something, and it made me think, well, if she's going to do that, then she should do Cobra Kai. So hopefully she will.
Yeah.
That comes out in September, I think, early September.
Yeah, and that's coming up, because it's flipping August. I don't know how the hell we got to August already, but here we are. So yeah,
this year is so fun. It's just flying by. It's just good times.
Yeah, amazing times.
Okay, what do you got, Rima?
The next one I have on my list, and you guys might have this too, I don't know, but we can talk about it. New Mutants.
Yep. What's in my? Yeah. It's also honorable mention for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like I've been waiting a really, really long time to see this.
It was supposed to come out, I think, April 2018 originally. It's got Maisie Williams, who was young back then. She's still young, but
I
she
know.
looked a lot younger.
Yeah, she looked a lot younger. Charlie
And
Heaton from Stranger Things.
yes,
Yep.
and a bunch of other kids. And it got pushed back a total of 4 times. At first, it's from what I read, they wanted it to have, the director wanted it to have more of a horror feel, but he was fighting with the studio. And then I think It came out and it did so well, Pennywise, Stephen King. And so they were like, okay, let's do some reshoots and make it more like a horror movie. But then Disney bought Fox. And so then they were like reevaluating all their properties. And I think they decided not to do the reshoots and just put it on as it was. But then the coronavirus happened. So with all of that, it's just been pushed back. And now it's supposed to come out in theaters August 28th this month. They haven't given any updates about whether it'll be pushed back again, whether it will be on streaming or anything like that. So that's where we stand with that part of it. But what is it?
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that in front of me.
I don't know.
I just want to see
trailer.
I watched the trailer.
So it's based on, I know it is because I loved the comic series as a kid, The New Mutants. It was created by Chris Claremont, who any X-Men story you love in the movies,
it's
probably
from him.
Came from him.
Yeah.
And the illustrator during this story that they're pulling it from, the Demon Bear, is Bill Sienkiewicz. And that duo, Chris Claremont and Bill Sienkiewicz, they are also the same creative duo who gave us Legion, by the way. So they made some good stuff, but it's directed by Josh Boone, who did The Fault in Our Stars. And basically it's a bunch of kids who are mutants in the X-Men sense of the word. Basically that means they have powers, but when you're called a mutant, that means people fear you in society. And anyway, it looks like they've all like hurt people probably accidentally, and now they're locked up in some creepy institution, and there's this demon bear after them, and it's just got a really horror movie vibe to it.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's part of the X-Men universe, and I'm a huge X-Men fan and have been since I was a kid. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think I like the dark element to it. I like the horror side of it, kind of going on, taking it, the X-Men kind of story into that place. And I think they got some really great actors. And I mean, it was definitely intriguing. I loved it because gosh, we saw a trailer for it a long time ago. I don't think it was the same trailer that they had this year. If it was, I certainly don't remember it.
It wasn't.
But I remember watching the first one that they had and just being completely intrigued and, really anxious to see it. So hopefully, I don't know that it's going to be in theaters this month. I don't know that that's going to be happening.
Maybe they'll put it out on streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little, I'm trying to keep my expectations down with this one too, given that it has been pushed back so much and there was retooling and who knows, but just seeing the characters, it's Cannonball, Magic, Wolfsbane, Sunspot, and Mirage, or Danny Moonstar on the screen from the comic book that I loved as a kid. That was really thrilling in the trailer.
And then as part of their Comic-Con at home appearance and panel and everything, you can go on YouTube and find it. They did release the opening scene for the movie. So for those who want to search that out and see if they can get like a little taste of it, then there's that.
Yeah.
Which I think all three of us have watched that, right?
Yeah.
So maybe give a little spoiler-free thoughts.
Yeah, I don't think I watched that. I saw the trailer, and I don't think that was the same thing. I was like, nah. I feel like I'm okay with watching trailers. I don't consider that too spoilery, but I don't really want to watch the opening minutes or anything like that. So I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was really busy, and it was exciting enough and interesting. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
my hopes are high on this one. I try to keep them low because I feel like I've been let down so many times, but I have high hopes for this one. Hopefully I don't get let down too much. So I don't know. It's probably wrong to do that, but that's where I'm at.
Well, I'll do one. I really, really try to keep my expectations low because I've just had so many times where if they're high, then I'm disappointed even if the thing is good. But my next one, my hopes are pretty high. So,
Let's hear it.
and that's because it's not actually something that came out at Comic-Con, but it's something that there's been news on lately, and that's The Mandalorian season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And The Mandalorian season 1 was one of my favorite things to come out in recent years. That's why my hopes are pretty high for season 2. And Jon Favreau is the guy who
We bow
set
at the
this all
altar
up.
of Jon
I
Favreau.
know.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen it and you like Star Wars, you should check it out. Like, I've been disenchanted with Star Wars lately. For me, at best, it's been hit or miss with the sequel trilogy. I mean, there's some things I really like about it a lot, but on balance, I feel like for me, they missed the mark. But Mandalorian I just loved it. And it was for a few reasons. I mean, they did what I had been hoping people would do with Star Wars, which is, hey, there's this really big Star Wars universe with all this lore and characters and, different aspects to it. Make new stories in that universe. Don't just keep doing the same kind of thing. I mean, George Lucas always said there were echoes in his stories, but after a while, it gets kind of old when it's sort of the same kinds of things happening with the Jedi and the young person going out to the world to find their history and all this stuff. So Mandalorian is like, no, we're going to do like a Clint Eastwood style Western with this really cool character, the Mandalorian, and he's a bounty hunter. And then they just, if you weren't already sold, they stuck in the cutest little creature that anyone's ever seen and just won over all the other millions of people who weren't sure yet, like Baby
that's
Yoda
a
became a culture phenomenon.
switch right there. Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
And they weren't afraid to have different music, which I love, man. I like it when they will go in new directions and be confident about it. But they also used a lot of things that we know from the Star Wars universe, different ships, different species, different aspects of the lore, things like that. And one reason why they can do that is because Jon Favreau is the main guy behind it. He knows how to play the moments and the emotions and just make it cool. But then they also had Dave Filoni, who's just like a walking Star Wars encyclopedia. So he can make sure that everything makes sense within the universe, and he can reference different worlds and events that have happened in the past and stuff like that. So that was just a really good combination. And then they got great actors, Carl Weathers and Giancarlo Esposito, Gina Carano, and
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. I mean, from what I've heard, he actually wasn't there that much because Mandalorian never takes off his helmet, but he's good.
He did all the voice.
He did the voice. That's a great point. I mean, that was important. Very restrained, which was perfect for it. So anyway, season 2 is supposed to premiere in October. Jon Favreau is going to be directing at least one episode. He actually didn't direct any from season 1. And Robert Rodriguez is going to direct one from
gosh.
It's such a hot show that they can get good people now. The rumors say Michael Biehn is going to be in it. Jamie Lee Curtis, I've read. Tim Oliphant. And then here's a couple spoilers for characters we'll see that if you don't want to hear about characters that might appear, you might want to skip ahead here, giving you a little time right now. But they say that Boba Fett is alive and he'll be in it. And played by Tamir Morrison, who played Jango Fett, Boba Fett's father in Attack of the Clones. And if you like the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, Ahsoka, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Ahsoka Tano is a major character from those series, and this will be her live action premiere, played by Rosario Dawson. That's pretty cool.
I think that's great.
Yeah. Katie Sackhoff. So all the news that I've heard that it's actually coming out on time, that Jon Favreau's directing, that, Boba Fett, that's cool. It just sounds like season 2 is going to be great.
Yeah. Well, what was really great is they were really on top of this before, Corona affected everyone and production and filming and things like that. They had, I think, most of it in the bag and done before it hit. So that at least was great news. Because they announced it was, even I think while season 1 was wrapping up or it was almost over or during it, I don't remember, it was in the news sometime, but it's been a while, they had already finished it. So that's amazing. And they had a really great if for folks who haven't or who have seen it on Disney Plus, they also had a really really great. I think I have one episode to finish up a behind the scenes look
I still
at
haven't
the
I
watched
making
that.
know.
of.
I really
It's
want
so
to.
good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
so
just as good as
it's
the
really
show
good.
itself. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, you see all the directors. Taika Waititi directed
Uh-huh.
one, and
Yes.
Bryce Dallas Howard, and they're all sitting around just chatting Star Wars with each other and kind of fanboying out with each other. Super
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, me and so I think most of you listening know, but my friend Richard and Chris from the Talking Dead podcast and we covered Mandalorian season 1 on my other podcast, House Podcastica, and we're of course going to be covering season 2. And we may come and do an episode beforehand, just talking about this whole like documentary series you're talking about, this making of series.
That'd be great. That was really
Yeah.
a
Really
great
cool.
companion to the show. If you're,
Mhm.
interested in seeing how things work, and it's really wonderful because each, like you said, like one episode was dedicated with just the directors. So they talk to each of the directors and what that director brings, their vision, to the show and to the characters and how they want to put what's on paper on the script on, onto the screen. And then they have a really cool round table, with John Favreau and Dave Filoni and Taika Waititi, and there was someone else. There's like a fourth person too. I think one of the other directors. It's failing me, but it's really great just hearing all the conversations and how its inception with all the characters, and super fun. Like I said, I couldn't recommend it more if you enjoy The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. All right, Paik.
All right. My last one is another one that we don't have much information on, but it's just one of my favorite new shows that exists right now, which is What We Do in the Shadows. That has been,
Yes.
speaking of Taika Waititi, since he kind of created and starred in the original movie that spun this whole thing off.
Yeah.
But yeah, season 3 has been, announced that will be happening over on FX, and I'm sure they're going to bring in even more amazing guest stars and hilarious hijinks and storylines, and I'm just so excited. It's honestly, it's a little dark, but not too much. But it may be one of the best new comedies in the past decade, easily.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Season 2, my favorite was when they decided to resurrect, I think it was the character played by, who's the kid that was in Sixth Sense?
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
And they get this voodoo guy, and he's like a scat singing necromancer.
Yeah.
He's like,
are you scatting?
You say
no.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that show so much, and it irritates the hell out of me. I tried to get my daughter to watch it. Like, she doesn't listen to any of my recommendations at all. And finally I was just like, why won't you listen to me? I'm trying to tell you how great and amazing and how funny this show is. And she's like, I have never heard anybody talk about that show.
Oh, come on.
And I'm like, you're
man.
such a brat. So I need somebody other than me
I know
to go.
When this happens, I feel like I want to handcuff the person, and
I just want
to. You'll thank me later.
I just want to duct tape her to a chair and like glue her eyelids open. Look, she's 25. I don't think it's considered child abuse anymore, so I don't care what you do to me. But I'm going to strap her to a chair and glue her eyeballs open and say, "You're watching the damn show because you're going to love it."
She'll be like, "No! Oh my god, this is so great!"
Exactly. She just doesn't want me to be
Hilarious.
right. I think that's what really bothers her. But I need somebody to like message my daughter. Here, I'll give you her number, and you message her and tell her what a great show this is, and that you recommend it, and I guarantee she'll watch it. But because I recommend it,
give out her email. Everybody can write to her.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there was a movie, I don't know, 2017 or a while back, maybe before that.
It's been a little while now.
Yeah, Taika Waititi. It was just about these vampire roommates. It was basically like The Real World meets vampires, these gothic vampires.
Mm-hmm.
And who's the guy from Flight of the Conchords? Jermaine Clement was one of them.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. And so, they just made a TV show out of the kind of the US contingent of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it too.
So it's got this kind of mockumentary feel where there's like these, and they like kind of like The Office or whatever, where they do mention, that fourth wall is broken or whatever, where they know, oh yeah, there's this camera crew that's in our house filming everything that we're doing.
Yeah. And sometimes the camera crew gets like terrorized.
Yeah. I mean, I love it because, it takes a lot to make me actually laugh out loud. like a comedy or something funny. It takes, I'm not easily won over. So when when I'm watching it and I'm laughing out loud, then I know how good it is, because I can watch lots of funny things and it might be funny, but I'm not laughing out loud to it. But this show really does do that for me, and I just fell in love with it from the
it's
beginning.
something, to cheer you up. Karen loves it too. We covered it, a bit of it on Jason and Karen show.
Yeah, so good.
Another favorite moment was when Laszlo's ghost needed, because they're vampires, so they're technically dead, so they met their own ghosts, and their ghosts had something unresolved and couldn't pass on to the next world, and it turns out Laszlo was right in the middle of sex when he died, and so he didn't get to ejaculate. So he didn't get to finish. And so that's how
that's his
Laszlo
unfinished
basically
business.
had to help him finish.
Oh man,
his own ghost finished.
It's just
they didn't show it.
Didn't show it, but he helped him finish.
That goofy comedy and like that style of humor. Because even like one of my favorite lines from season 1, and it will stay with me forever, is you see Nandor is one of the characters, and he's got this traffic cone on his head, and he's acting all wild. He's like, "We drank the blood of some kids," or I was like, "But they were on drugs, so now I'm a wizard."
Yeah, good job. Okay, Rima, your turn, right?
Well, this is outside of Comic-Con, because like you said, it was kind of light, and the other thing that I had on my list was The Boys, which we've talked about and are really excited about. I want to talk a little bit something that kind of came out around the same time or just right after Comic-Con that's big in pop culture and definitely big in my life, and that was the Emmy nominations.
Cool.
So there were some really...
Speaking of what we do in the shadows.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you were talking about The Mandalorian. So The Mandalorian was a huge surprise this year for the Emmys. They have been nominated for drama series. I know they had many other nominations. I've got them all listed, which I won't go through every single one of them, but it is listed for outstanding drama series along with Better Call Saul, which... amazing. If people aren't watching it by now, I cannot talk enough about that show. Handmaid's Tale, Killing Eve, Ozark.
Some good ones. Yeah.
Was absolutely
Stranger Things.
Freaking amazing. Yeah, Stranger Things. Outstanding comedy series, a few favorites. Curb Your Enthusiasm was nominated, of course. I love that show. The Good Place was also nominated. What We Do in the Shadows was nominated. Outstanding limited series, Watchmen. Watchmen really came out on top. They had over like 20. Either at 20 or over 20. Yeah, I think they had 26.
That's one show where I'm out of sync with the culture, because
I know you didn't love that one. That's okay.
I just couldn't get into it, and I still have 3 more episodes left to watch. And I there was one really good one in there where they went back. It was more of a historical thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I need to watch it again. I definitely need to finish it.
It took me, I struggled when I watched it, and I think it took me till about the 5th episode before it really kind of started to reel me in, and I was in. Now, I don't know that I love it as much as what many other people do, but I thought it was really good, and I enjoyed it.
I just felt like, I have this thing with Lost, love-hate relationship, but one of the things I don't like is when I feel like they're doing weird things just to make us go, whoa, that's weird. What's going on there? I'm going to keep watching. And I felt like that a lot in Watchmen, where it almost, I had the opposite response, like, fuck you. I don't care.
Well, that's okay. You're allowed your opinion. That's for sure.
But I don't know. I know so many people like it that I respect, and it's gotten, like you said, all this Emmy attention. So I want to go back and try to approach it with a more open mind.
Yeah, maybe you have to be in a different mindset. It took me a little bit to because I would watch it and then I'd be like, and so it took me a little while. It took me several weeks.
Like The Leftovers a lot, and that was
Leftovers was really great. Yeah. El Camino, Breaking Bad movie, is nominated for Outstanding Television Movie. Really excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah. Jason Bateman for Ozark was nominated. Laura Linney also. Going
Sandra
through the
Oh
list
for Killing Eve.
Yeah,
which
there's
is
some
another one I
great
hear about a lot.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wasn't loving this last season as much, but the acting is really great. So Jodie Comer and Sandra Oh both are absolutely amazing and stunning in this show. So I'm really excited for them. Giancarlo Esposito for Better Call Saul was nominated. A couple more for Ozark, even some Westworld nominations. So really, really big things happening. And again, like I said, Mandalorian was a big, I mean, very much well deserved for sure, but definitely a surprise to lots of folks. And then there were a couple snubs. I'm pretty pissed off that Rhea Seehorn
I
for
know.
Breaking Bad was not nominated, nor was Bob Odenkirk. I just want to punch somebody in the face.
And yet it was nominated for best series.
Yeah, and I'm like, how the hell do you think they get to be best series without these amazing actors in leading it? I mean, everyone's amazing on that show. They're really great, but I mean, Rhea Seehorn
You can have
and
Jason Bateman for Ozark, which I agree was great.
he was
You got to have
amazing.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
Again, I love Laura Linney, so nothing to put down on her.
No,
but
right, yeah.
if she's got a nomination for her role in Ozark, then Rhea Seehorn needs a Better Call Saul nomination.
I mean, she was
Ray
so
Seahorn.
freaking amazing in this. I mean, she's always been very consistently awesome in her role as Kim Wexler, but this last season, holy crap, she just. I think I had goosebumps. I had chills and goosebumps watching her performance this last season, and it just pisses me off that she got snubbed. So,
and enough people have asked if I would cover Better Call Saul on House Podcastica that I think I'm going to try to cover the final season on there if it works out with the timing, depending on when that comes out.
That'd be great. It's such an amazing show, and definitely deserves some coverage. So anyway, that's my third thing. I love the Emmys, and of course, a lot of the award shows. It's always kind of big in our lives, and I hope to see my daughter's name on that list one day for TV comedy writing, maybe one day. Not today though. But anyway, that's my third thing that I was excited about.
Sweet. Okay, we pretty much covered all of mine. One other thing I'm kind of curious about is this new Star Trek animated series called Star Trek Lower Decks, which is a comedy, and it's about like the people in the lower decks that you never hear about. They're like second contact, they say, with aliens. Like they're the ones after the first contact that have to make sure the names are all spelled correctly and the forms get signed and stuff like that. So it looks cute, and I don't know, I'll definitely check it out. But let's do the stuff that we were excited about last year and how it panned out. We have notoriously, I would say, bad records on this.
Yeah, we don't do very good.
So we'll see. So Rima had Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, hey, we don't know. It looked cool. James Cameron was associated with it. It had Linda Hamilton.
God.
I only watched the first 5 minutes and they fucking killed off the kid that was played by Eddie it's John Connor, but it's that same phenomenon I've been talking about lately on where was I talking about that? Anyways, where like Aliens,
yes,
they spend
Newt.
the whole movie trying to keep Newt alive, and then in Alien 3, they just, oh, by the way, she's dead in the first 5 minutes. It's just like that. I don't know. I didn't watch this movie. I had friends who loved it. Richard liked it a lot, but mostly it got pretty much panned.
Shit.
Well, did you watch it?
No, because it came out. It came out,
panned,
and it was like people were spanking on it so bad, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Okay, I'll just." I mean, maybe eventually, but no, I haven't seen it. They talked me out of it.
His Dark Materials is your next one.
Oh, yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was your.
I didn't watch it.
That's another thing that happens to me a lot. I didn't even watch it.
Well,
I mean, it looked interesting, and but it was just like it's like too many damn shows.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Did you watch
to get to. I did watch it. I watched season 1, and actually season 2 coming up. It was on my honorable mentions for stuff that's coming up. So yeah, I think it's really good. It's kind of like what you described Watchmen as, where it's really slow in ways, and you have to kind of be in that right mindset to really sit and watch it, because it is a lot of information to take in. But the cast is great. I mean, like James McAvoy's in it for a little bit, and then Daphne Keane, who was in
really good.
Logan, and Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Daphne Keane was Wolverine's, I guess, his
Mhm.
daughter,
X-23.
right? Logan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's got a great cast, and because it's His Dark Materials. It's based off of the book series. I never read them, so I'm not really sure. I guess it was the name of the series, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
like
it was
the Golden Compass and all that. Like what all that
well
comes
loved
from.
in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing, and one thing I liked about it was something that I could watch with the kids. We could all watch together. But overall, I was like, nah, I don't know if I'm going to keep going with this. It was slow and it was okay.
Yeah, it was fun. Not an absolute favorite at all, but it's enough to where I'll check out season 2 and
it was imaginative.
See if it keeps going. Yeah.
Well, maybe if I'm in the right mindset, because I do still want to watch it, especially with the news that came out this year in Comic-Con for season 2, that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is going to be a voice.
Yes.
Cool. Voicing a character.
Lin-Manuel Miranda was one of the characters, if you guys
and I love him. I think he's fantastic. It wasn't, like I said, just too many damn shows, and I thought I'll just have to come back to it. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's on HBO, so
yeah.
I mean, there's time.
And then your last one was Top Gun Maverick,
which no one has seen, thank you, COVID. So I don't know about that one. I'm still excited by it.
Me too. It was supposed to come out, I think, in June, right? Or so. I think
it's supposed to be a big summer. I thought big summer,
but I think
release.
They pushed it out to summer next year.
Yeah. So hey, that one I might get 1 out of 3 on. Who knows?
Well, you had 2 honorable mentions: Walking Dead season 10.
That was awesome.
Ding, ding, ding!
Yay! I got a winner!
Yay!
And It Chapter 2.
Oh.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It's not as good as the first.
It wasn't as good as the first one.
It was fun. It's good.
It was okay.
It was okay. I don't know. So what we've learned is Rima's right maybe half the time. I don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know.
Wait. Okay. If you say so.
What? Okay, so I suck. I think we've
4 5 things.
Okay,
one
so
of which you hadn't seen, 2 of which you haven't seen, one which you didn't like, and somehow that's half.
No gloating yet, Jason. We got to see how your list turned out.
All right, yeah.
Okay, I suck. We've established that. Let's move on.
Like I said, actually, it's so funny to me every year when we do this. Well, we've done it 3 times before this, and so that means there were only 2 years where we got to look back at the year before, and almost all of mine either sucked or I didn't get around to watching it because I heard it sucked. So I'm in the same boat. I actually think I did a little better this year. First one was Star Trek Picard. Actually, I didn't love Star Trek Picard. I thought it was kind of slow and not nearly as good as I hoped. I mean, Patrick Stewart was awesome, of course, because he's awesome, and it looked great, but I just didn't love it. My
I didn't even finish it.
Yeah, so what about you, Peg? Did you watch that?
I did not. I'm not a Star Trek person.
Then next was The Witcher, which was pretty good.
Loved it.
I mean, it took a while to get going, but once it did, it had a really special, unique vibe to it that I thought was really cool. So I recommend that one. And of course, it became a big hit culturally. And then Lock and Key, which I freaking loved.
Yeah.
And Reem and I covered on Strange Indeed. So I think I came out a little better than usual this year. My honorable mentions, the Snowpiercer series, which I never even got around to watching.
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I think Mark and Steve are podcasting on it, maybe.
Yeah, they covered it on Panels to Pixels, and then this week they released like a roundtable discussion over the movie and how it compares to the series.
I love the movie. I didn't watch it because the reviews, at least in the beginning, weren't that great, but maybe I should give it a chance.
It started a little slow and weird, but then they fixed it and it picked up very fast, and it was really good.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Westworld season 3, which I covered on House Podcastica. I mean, I don't think it was very good, and the further I get away from it, the less good I think it was.
Yeah. I love Westworld, but I'll agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it had its moments for sure. His Dark Materials is on there, which I thought was just okay. Watchmen, I wasn't that into. And then there was a bunch of Marvel stuff, which none of which has come out. But one thing that I thought was pretty cool is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. One of the ones I'm most looking forward to.
So looking forward to that.
And now it's Sam Raimi directing that.
Yes.
That's cool. Now it has a 2022 release date though, so they're pushing all these things back.
I know the whole phase, that next phase has been pushed. I was reading about that the other day and thought, man, what a bummer.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
All right. I asked. Oh, did you have any more honorable mentions, Pake?
The only other one that I had was, it's really quick, was Upload season 2. Which is,
I've heard that first one's good, but I never got around to it.
It's really fun. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's the new series by Greg Daniels, who was the creator and did King of the Hill, The Office, Parks and Rec, Space Force. Yeah, yeah, it's really fun and imaginative. It's really funny, but also it kind of has it's kind of like a comedy Black Mirror kind of vibe. So it really does make you think, and there's some technology stuff in there. But it's Greg Daniels, so it has some really funny moments.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, we did get a little listener feedback. I was asking if there was anything from Comic-Con or anything else pop culture related that you guys are looking forward to. And you said?
Robert Parker says, all I really want this year is more Mandalorian. There are other things that would be nice to see, but I kind of need Mando season 2 right now.
He's like, now.
We all could use a little more Mandalorian. Right there, yeah. Laura Willie Swink says Wonder Woman 1984, Stranger Things Season 4, and The Haunting of Bly Manor. Hey, we are right in sync, Laura. I'm with you.
Yeah. That's 2 Strange Indeed shows, and maybe you should go ahead and cover Wonder Woman on there too.
I should. I love her so much that I should.
Yeah, man. That's like the one character that the DC
they got it right.
Yeah.
Right lately. Yeah, for sure. And Megan Dively Lehman says Jurassic Park and Ghostbusters movies with original OG cast members returning. That's cool. Yeah, Jurassic Park 2, right? I guess Jeff Goldblum's coming back on there.
Yeah. Well, Sam Neill. It's the third Jurassic World movie.
Sam
so
Neill's coming back.
Yeah, but it'll be the 6th movie in the Jurassic Park series now. Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah.
Love my dinosaurs.
Work next.